Hi everyone, it's Kristi. Let's work on our pink calico journal. I did have a couple more things I wanted to show you from, not really a haul, but I got my Walmart grocery order yesterday afternoon. I ordered the 8-ounce Mod Podge for $4.57, I think it is the price. But they were out of stock, so they gave me the 16-ounce. I love that. I've been very happy with Walmart grocery delivery. Totally worth the $12 a month, because I get groceries twice a week if I need them. I also picked up these, and I want to say these were like, I think 97 cents or maybe $1.97. They're lightweight plastic, but I'm going to use those for the closure on this book. They do have a shank, but I think those will be nice for that. And then somebody was asking me about the micropore. This is how it comes. I buy the Equate brand. It's paper tape. It's in the medical supplies, the first aid supplies. I get it at Dollar Tree most of the time, but this was the same price, so I just picked up 2, and it's 1 inch. And then you can also sometimes find 1/2 inch, but I don't use this as often as the 1 inch, so I've got a good supply of this now. In your first aid kits, sometimes you'll find these little tiny rolls. And it says, right, I don't know if you can see that, but it says 3M Micropore. That's the name brand. But it's called paper tape if it's not micropore. I also did some ribbon dyeing this morning. I think this is going to be quite lovely. It's still a little, I don't want to lay it down on the paper because it's still a little bit damp. But this is with that pink alcohol dye that I made from the plaid tie-dye kit, and instead of mixing them with water, I mixed them with alcohol. So what I do is I just let this soak in here for, I actually wet the ribbon. This is about 2 yards, and I wet the ribbon first and I put it in here, and then I actually put a little bit of water and then put the alcohol ink and kind of stirred it around and then drain off the excess, and then just kind of keep tossing this around a little bit. It's mostly dry now, but I'm not going to need it today, so it'll be dry by the time I need it. But I think that's going to be a perfect color. And I started with the Como beige, which when it's wet is gray. So it does have a gray base. So I've gone through and I've cut out most of the ephemera. I haven't cut out all the butterflies and tabs and stuff like that. I kind of keep those together until I'm going to use them. But I've cut out, for the most part, the tags and the envelopes. And when I folded this, I didn't get it right on. It kind of is funky. So I may just use my circle punch and punch that out to cover that up. Other than that, I cut out the envelopes. There's the library cards and some journal cards. So I've got the envelope that came with the ephemera pack in the kit, and then I've got these envelopes that I did. So I've got a coin envelope and a small envelope and a large envelope. I think this is my favorite background page. I just love that one. And then I have enlarged these two, so this is what we're going to use for the cover, and I showed you the papers yesterday, so I'm going to put that aside. And this isn't anything new that we're doing. You've seen me do this before, but this is the way I love to make my journals. I just love the feel of the size and the weight when this is finished. So I have glued it shut. I'm not going to do side pockets, and I'm just going to fold this in half. And somebody pulled up right in front of my window, so I hope they're not going to sit out there with their, okay, they're driving away good. Sometimes they'll pull up out there on the side of my house. I live on a corner, unfortunately. And they'll just sit out there and, you know, bunch of people, loud music. Usually Friday and Saturday night, about midnight they start. But it's not too bad. Anyway, okay, so I've folded that to get my, I am going to do one signature because I just find it's easier. So I've got a brand new bottle of 3-in-1, and so I shouldn't have any problems air bubble wise with this. And I'm going to put my Tyvek down. There again, these are Tyvek bracelets. I have a list, if anyone's interested. I think what I'll do is go ahead and post it to my Facebook group of some of the items, and I'll see if I can do the files so that the links are clickable. I think that'll be easier for you. And you know, just basic supplies, things that I've purchased, you know, that I've shown you or whatever. And yeah, I'll put those on there so that way if you can't find it, but I'll put those probably, I'm gonna say, in the files section of my Facebook group. So if you're not a member of my Facebook group, go ahead and go over there and join. You just have to ask a couple of questions, answer a couple of questions, where you heard about me and what you hope to gather from the group. Nothing, it doesn't have to be an essay, you know. So anyway, all right, so I've got the Tyvek on there. All right, so I'm going to set that aside for a minute and try to glue these together. I can never remember which, I think it goes this way, yeah. But the thing that is weird is that this image seems to go right to here. That's really bizarre. I know they overlap, but where's the rest of this flower? Are these actually the overlapping pages? Bear with me a moment, guys. I'm trying to figure out if I goofed up somehow. I guess it doesn't really matter. But I do believe this one. Okay, I thought I just saw words. Maybe this is upside down. Guess what? If you read the words right side up, you will find it. Okay, so this is going to overlap this way. All right, now we're getting it. So this is about right there. That makes more sense. I was like, I don't remember messing that up. Okay, so let me just put a little indentation here to mark where that goes. It's slightly off, but not majorly. Okay, we'll see if I can see it in this light. Nope. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to run a bead of glue here. And I'm going to run a bead of glue here. And that will cover the majority of the area that I need to take care of. And if there's any place else where I need to add more, we'll add more. So okay, this should go here. And we want to line up those leaves and this circular design. That looks good. There we go. Okay, so that looks pretty much seamless. you can't even see, well, at least I can't in my horrible lighting, where it overlaps. Okay, so let's just make sure there's nothing. I am going to put a little bit of glue in here though, because I've had this problem before where it kind of peels up. So I am just going to put a little bit in there. I could have trimmed it down a little bit as well, so that the overlap wasn't 2 whole inches, but for me, I just figure it's another reinforcement for the spine to have that double thickness there. So alright, so we're gonna flip this over. This is on the front, and I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with this, because normally I put, you know, like an index, a journal card or something. So I'm not sure. We'll come back to that though, because basically I just want to put the journal together so I have a place to keep all the pages. And yeah, so we want to glue this to the middle. I'm going to do one side at a time so the glue doesn't dry up on me. Ooh, that wasn't good. It's coming, this is the brand new bottle of glue, and it's really not wanting to come out already. Okay. Let's just see. About centered top to bottom, centered left to right. Okay, well, let's do this side. Yeah, there's nothing on there, so. Oh, it's coming out now. And I am going to run a little bit here along the spine. Okay. And some of that Tyvek gets curling up, so I didn't go out far enough with the glue. I'm going to have to put a little edge on that. Because I want that pretty much to stay where I put it. But when you fold it, you know, that's when you find the pieces that don't have enough glue. I think this side is good, but yeah, this side is mostly good. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is trim the corners. Not sure, yeah, see that's going to be off-centered, which is fine. Excuse me. Okay, so let's trim these corners. Oh, let's do it about 1/8 of an inch, not 1/4 of an inch. And if you take off too much of the corner, all you have to do is take the corner you cut off and glue it onto that corner, and that way when you pull this piece up, it's not going to be as noticeable as having that orange show through. So I always keep those until I get to where I'm going. But if you stay about 1/8 of an inch away, you usually don't have a problem. Okay, so let's go and teach these what we want to do by pre-folding. And then I am going to Mod Podge this cover because I just like the way that it feels when it's been coated with the Mod Podge. So I do the long sides first. I I don't really think it matters, actually, to be honest with you, because it's going to be covered with the inside page. Ow. Don't want any paper cuts. All those paper cuts you get under your fingernails, they're horrible. Okay. Let's do this one. I hope everyone's having a good week. It just seems it's been, so warm, and my husband, he drives a long ways, a lot of miles every day. He's a hospice nurse, and his air conditioning went out in his truck. So he was having to use our car, which I share with my daughter. And so that's what she uses to get to work. And so we've been trying to get things done with the truck and the car, and we want to buy a new car, but it would be nice, to have a few months where we didn't have payments. Our car is finally paid off, but don't necessarily want to trade it in because I want to, my daughter to have something to drive. So, but since he got the truck, he was the last one to get a vehicle. So it's my turn. So, we'll be looking soon. But right now, everything's just so, I don't know, it's uncomfortable. I don't even like going out of the house. I can't, I have difficulties with the mask. I know it's necessary. I'm not complaining about having to wear it. I just think, it's uncomfortable and I have a hard time with it. So I might as well stay home. And that's why I started doing the Walmart grocery, because the last time I went to get groceries, I just about died. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to check into this. A lot of my friends use the pickup, the Walmart pickup. And I saw that it had a free 30-day trial to get the delivery. And so I thought, well, or it was a 15-day trial, that's what it was. And so I tried it, and they were right on time. Haven't had any problems with my orders. A few things, are out of stock, but I believe those are the times, they can only stock so much toilet paper. And so yeah, I've been kind of staying home. My daughter works part-time, and so she's been working, and my husband, of course, is essential, so he's been working. And then he goes into these places that have COVID, and it's scary. It's scary. I mean, he's completely covered head to toe with his protective gear, but I don't know. It's just the unknown, I guess. I'm looking for a piece of lining. But anyway, because of his job, then my daughter wasn't allowed to go to her job because they were concerned about her being, I like that with the two big flowers, because then I'll put pockets down here. They were concerned about her being exposed. So they made her take 2 weeks off until he was, not being exposed again. And what did I do with my cutter? Oh, here it is. Anyway, it's just been one thing after another. And then, to top it all off, I got a jury summons. So, oh, wow. I'm not good at change. I like to plan everything out. I like to know everything in advance. I That's just my personality type. I'm going to use this for the spine. Do you remember this page I told you about where it got stuck in the printer? So I still have these to use, but this is the one that got stuck in the printer, so I just used that piece from here. And then I think what I'll do is add this to here and then cut this in half. Guys, I'm winging it. This is, I guess I've done it enough time that I can wing it. I'm not really winging it. I'm just doing it the same way I always do it. You know what I'm saying? It's not really winging it. I lied. It's just the way I've been doing it. Because normally I would add some fabric or something here, but I really don't have any white fabric, and I really want to use my white. I'm not going to copy dye the backs of these or anything because I printed out the pink. But I have this whole bag of white lace that I just never use because I always use the off-white. Ooh, pretty. So I want to use these, and I'm gonna use a lot of lace on the designer pages. So if I put this here, let's see how this will be. And then that should be plenty of room for this. Yeah. That will be good. Okay. So let's get this. I'm not saying I won't ink anything because I most likely will, but I don't want to have to ink everything. Oh my gosh, maybe I want to use that. Will that clash with these two? Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. I wish I could hear you guys. I'm gonna have to go ahead and go with this one, but no, you know what? This isn't gonna show that much. I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. I changed my mind. My husband says I'm fickle, so I'm just living up to his expectations. Anytime I tell him something, he always says, well, that's it today, because I have lots of favorites. Everything is my favorite on the day that it's my favorite. That's how we look at it. Okay. Not only that, but I don't have to worry about which way around this goes. So, okay. This is 8.5, 11. The page, or the cover is 9 by 6. So I'm leaving 1/4 inch top and bottom, and I hope that's straight. I didn't fold it once I got that cover on there, so let's do that real quick. That way, I mean, I had the Tyvek on there, but makes it a little stiffer. Okay. Ooh, I did pretty good. I did pretty good. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm a little rambly today. There are some days when I don't say anything, and then there's other days where I'm just talking to hear myself talk, I guess. Okay, do this side. This side's better. A little bit down here. No? I think I'm good. Okay, so make sure I have it the right way around. This is the front. I didn't even check that before I started putting this piece on, so glad that the flowers are right way up. Okay, I feel like there's a smaller hole on this one than the other one, which I guess is a good thing. I tried using those tiny bottles with the steel needle tips, and I just can't squeeze them. They're just, I have such a hard time with them that I had to give it up. Didn't matter what I put in it, even the watered down glue. So, alright, let's get this on. I hope that's enough glue to make it count. If not, we'll be back. More glue. Okay. That's going to be really pretty. Maybe I haven't mentioned before that I like pink. I don't know when my love affair with pink began. I know it's been in the last 30 years. But I think, you know, there was a time when I didn't have a favorite color. And for a long time, you know, my decor in my house was dark green and burgundy. Remember that? In the 90s. So I did my whole house in those colors for a long time. And then when we bought this house, so I guess it's been about 15 years, 15, 16 years, when we bought this house, I decided to go French country. And I started with all of the yellows and blues and all of that. So those were my favorite colors. But as far as everything else, I just thought pink was so girly. And maybe it started with my girls when they were born. Well, this page is really kind of off. Okay. Because, you know, my firstborn was a girl, and I bought everything pink for her. The second one was a girl, so more pink, and they got away from the pink. Their favorite colors are green and purple, something, I don't know. And my son's favorite color is yellow. That's my mom's favorite color too, which I always thought hers was like a plum purple color, and found out recently hers is yellow. So I don't know. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to leave this flat to dry, and then I will Mod Podge this later, and we'll go ahead and put the pages together. So I backed these all with the journal paper. So let's see how many of these there are. There were quite a few. I want to say there were 12 to begin with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think these are turned around. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, well, I only want to use 6 of these, so I like that one. This is the cover one. Once again, I'm too gabby. It knocked me off at 29 minutes. And where was I? Okay, I'm going to use this one, so that's one. I need 6 pages. And I'm not going to use this one. I'll use this one for ephemera because it's the same as the cover. Alright, and I absolutely am going to use this one for my center. Yeah, for sure. So that's 2. This would make a nice kind of pocket maybe. Let's hold on to that one. 3. Well, there's another one. Looks like it's upside down. Yeah, there's the words. So let's do that one. The one with the ginormous roses. I like that one too. Okay. I'm going to save these that have the flowers in them because I can fussy cut that and use it on the front if I want. So let's see if that gave me 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So I will be using those for other things. Okay. So I decided I wanted to use this one for the center. So, you know what, let me get my scoreboard out. I like this because it just helps me get up against that edge there straight, and I don't have to worry about it. I was thinking about taking 2 pieces though and putting them together, but maybe not since I have that. I was going to make like a side pocket, but I think I'm not going to do that because I have some other things I want to do. First, let's see. Somebody, who was it? Papercrafter45 posted a Pinwheel gift card holder, and I want to use that as an insert. I just think that is the cutest thing. So I'm going to use that, and I thought we might take some cards and repurpose them as a journal insert. So which one do I want to be on the cover? I think I kind of like that one. Oh yeah, this one has to be the cover. Has to. So this is the center, this is the cover. Let's do like that. And then we'll have the center here and the top. So let me get these inside there. Kind of did that backwards. I usually go from the middle out. And then I do not have coffee dyed paper at the moment, so I'm going to have to do some coffee dyed paper or print some out. In fact, I have printed another kit of coffee dyed paper that I have not used, and so maybe I'm going to print that out and use some of that in here, and then I'll add some miscellaneous stuff. But basically, we have our cover, we have the 6 pages that we want to start with, and I think what I'll go ahead and do is sew some lace on the side of these. I am, yes, going to do sewing in this journal. In fact, I'm going to sew all the way around the cover. I'm going to sew lace to these pages, and I haven't done sewing in a few projects. So since this one has lace, I want to do the sewing. I just love it together. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time.